Hi, it's Kimi, and we're here in the shadow of the Olympic Park to find out what the people of London really think of this extravaganza. Do you want to just tell us a bit, Katie, about how awful it's been to be torn away from your family for, all this?
You know what? I'm loving it. I'm halfway through my book club book. My eldest son's in there having a ball, and my other three are being looked after by my husband. So life's good.
And can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
Are you
It's
celebrating
fantastic.
the Olympics?
Well, I'm here for the Olympics. Yeah.
Are you actually in the Olympics?
No.
No. But have you been in the Olympics?
I was just in the park celebrating.
Yeah, but have you ever been in the Olympics?
No.
You're not really that into it.
I've never really been very into it. I'm not into it. I'm just not into it.
Like people go mental, don't they?
Well, it's better than war, I guess.
Yeah, like some of the other businesses in Hackney Wick, I was flying for my walking tours of Hackney, an alternative walk around the Olympic perimeter, and the guys from the ODA came over and said you can't do that because this is a restricted zone.
And were you always sporty? Or?
I was a runner, actually.
Oh, were you?
400 metre runner.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I would have beaten the Costa Rican there.
Really?
Yeah. At my personal best when I was 14 or whatever I was. Yeah.
Wow.
But then I got big, so I stopped running. But
Oh,
I
really?
love sports. I love any sport, anything that gets people out of the house, off the sofa, and in the outside.
I literally remember watching the Olympics on telly and the person with the ribbon, and thinking, even like you're that young, thinking, well, that looks easy, I should do that. That's always been my plan B.
What
literally,
is it?
with the ribbon and everything.
What ribbon?
In the gymnastics one where they got the ribbon.
Oh, right.
That was I always just thought, well, I could do that because it looks easy.
I mean, have you done any training?
No, but I watched some of it. No, but have you seen it? They're just.
Yeah, but you've obviously been practicing that. Let's have a look. Do it again.
No, I haven't. I've never done it. I've never even picked one up.
But that looked like a professional would do it.
Yeah, I'm a runner actually. I did a 5k this morning on Hackney Marshes at the park run.
Wow.
Yeah.
What park run? They do that every week?
Yeah, they do it all over London. It's called, actually all over the country, it's called Park Run. It's run by volunteers.
Right.
They give up their time on a Friday morning, come down, they mark out like a 5k course, and then they time you.
Cycle and swim and run and trekking and climbing and stuff like that. They're kind of solo activities. But when I was a kid, I played football because that's what all little Latino kids do.
Yeah. What sport were you good at school?
What sport was I good at? Is answering back to teachers. Is that a sport?
Olympic, yeah, especially in
Yeah,
Olympic.
I was really good at that. Yeah, getting sent out of class, that was my kind of speciality.
So you got into sports afterwards then?
Yeah, I think a lot of people that do running are not very good at team sports. So I can run in a straight line, I can handle that.
Yeah.
If you give me like a bat and a ball, all that kind of thing, I get a little bit confused.
So when did you stop doing it then?
When I was 14, 15,
Yeah.
when I got hips. Hips stopped me
That
running.
slow you down?
Yeah, I just got heavy, really heavy. 400 metres is basically a sprint, so just got heavy, but I have ultimate respect for
So how do
athletes.
you think they do? How do they stop getting heavy then, when they get to that age?
Discipline, I'm sure, carrying on running.
How does it feel, this whole Olympics now has taken over London, and you're not a part of it? You're not doing any of that, all that years of practicing, and it's got you.
I don't have a practice.
Well, I'm sorry, but you don't just naturally, it's obvious you've been working on it.
No, I wanted to be a famous skier.
Did you?
Yeah. I was obsessed with skiing, and I knew that I was going to be a famous skier.
Really?
Yeah, but I never skied in my life because that was like for fucking people with money.
Yeah.
We just didn't have money, we didn't go skiing. That wasn't like what people like us did,
What sport did you play when you were a child?
I was the fastest runner. I was in the Sheffield Boys running team. I was in the Sheffield Boys choir. I used to make cakes. I didn't have
sport.
Yeah, I didn't have a friend at all, but I was really good.
Yeah.
I was the fastest runner in Sheffield.
So what happened? Did you not want to pursue
Someone
that?
offered me a smoke and a smoky hand of friendship, and that was it.
smoky hand friend. What do you mean?
Yeah, there's like, oh, do you want to go for a cigarette? I was like, whatever, and then that was it. I had a friend, I gave up track running, gave up making cakes, everything.
Do you think they deliberately sabotaged your athletic
I don't think they
career?
deliberately, but I think that things could have been a little different than they are now.
Do you ever think about that?
Only when I'm sober.
And how often is that?
Well, you know, weekdays.
I remember seeing it on TV, and I would make little ski things from my fingers and practice moves.
Wow!
Fucking little kid in New York City, you know what I mean? Like,
That's mental.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know.
How long did it last?
Until reality crushed my dreams.
How long did that take?
Not long at all, I think, actually.
Was your mum going, what are you doing? So are you like trying to improve on your personal best every time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But I had a beer or two last night, so there was no PB today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're disappointed?
No, that's sport, isn't it? You know, it's like today with the business. You know, good days for business, bad days for business. You just got to take it how it comes.
And
Do
that
you
sort of thing.
ever think that you wish you'd carried on with it?
No.
No?
I think unless you're going to be the best,
Mm.
I think putting life and soul into one single sport isn't a good move. There's more to life. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I was maybe like 8 years old, and we were playing football, and you know, like you're supposed to, they were supposed to like spot like this one other guy on the field,
And pass it to them?
and make sure they don't get through, and
Oh, right.
and then I got kind of yelled at by this father from one of the other kind of kids, and I don't know, he was like kind of yelling at me and what I should do, and I kind of panicked, and so the game started, and I went into a panic, and then all the kids were chasing the ball in like one big mob because they're kids and they don't really know how to play cricket. And I was like, he was like, you have to hold your ground and follow. So I thought it meant hold my ground, like not move at all.
Yeah.
So I never ever moved from the green space. Didn't I just watched the, and if it came near me, I'd get really anxious and like try to kick the ball, but then it would leave, and I'm like, I have to hold my ground. So I wouldn't leave that spot, and I did the whole fucking game. No one told me to move.
Still, you just stayed still.
Yeah, I was traumatized, man.
Do you think like your failure in front of crowds and sports when you were a kid?
I didn't fail. Did I not hear? I was picked, handpicked
Yeah, but after
to
that,
be.
when
yeah.
you dropped out.
I'll tell you what it is. The reason I dropped out is I just swapped friendship. Would I go back and just be the best and forget about friends? Yeah, you don't need friends. Friends are just Jews without money.
So you would swap your life for that of.
You know, have I got regrets about being a friend rather than an Olympic athlete? Yeah. Yeah, you know, I could have done without friends. You don't need a friend.
Yeah, I mean, but these people, they all seem to have like husbands and boyfriends and like partners, wives.
Bradley
and stuff.
Wiggins is so cute.
I know he's lovely.
With his family, I know.
But I mean, how do they manage to keep that going when they are just like, you know, training all the time?
I suppose like anything, you've got to compromise somewhere. You know, my husband travels most weekdays and he's around every weekend, so you compromise on that. I don't know, I think, yeah, life's a compromise, relationships are compromise, aren't they?
Who knows?
Do you think in some ways you're running away from something?
Running away? Yeah, yeah, very much so. Yeah, like the start of the course, we're always running away from that. Yeah. I think you've hit on something there. Is this psychology or is this TV? I don't know.
You still got the speed? Can you
Yeah,
still
I've got
do
the
it? Have you
speed.
got the passion?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can
Yeah.
you do it? All right.
Yeah.
Would you show us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, time me.
Wow, my God, I didn't even see you go. You're back.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm on about.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kev.